at that point in time, he was tapping the side of his face, the right side, when we were asking him questions. And when further questioning, he shared that the withdrawal from the Google Glass was greater than the withdrawal that he was feeling for alcohol.
All right, folks, a scene from Meet the Doctors, which, of course, runs tomorrow right here on Newsmax television. You watch it every Saturday at 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. Eastern Time. DirecTV, that's channel 349. Dish Network is channel 223. And always available at NewsmaxTV.com. And joining us now is Newsmax Deputy Health Editor and Meet the Doctors contributor, Nick Tate. Hey, Nick.
Hey, Steve. How you doing?
Oh, crazy busy day with breaking news going on constantly, but that's what this business is all about, and very excited to hear about what's coming up on the show tomorrow.
Well, you know, we're focusing, it's sort of a sign of the techie times that we live in, that we're even talking about something like addiction to Google Glass, but in fact, doctors in San Diego say they have treated the very first case of what they're calling internet addiction disorder. There was an enlisted officer who showed up, an enlisted serviceman who showed up and thought he was having withdrawal symptoms from alcohol, but the more testing they did, the more they realized that it was actually withdrawal he was having to internet addiction that was tied to his use of Google Glass. So it's a timely story now, because there are tens of thousands of people who are now using this peculiar eyewear, which allows you to kind of snap photos and videos wearing these glasses. And you know, as with all new technologies, there is a potential downside and a dark side, and that's what we're looking at tomorrow on Meet the Doctors.
So is this a different internet addiction than just being on the regular internet? I mean, there's got to be people who are addicted to the internet already, whether it's porn or whatever. I mean, so this is above and beyond that, a new classification with the Google Glass?
It's related, but because the Google Glass is with you all the time, you wear it like a piece of clothing, like sunglasses. You've got it on all the time. The addiction component is so powerful that it's very hard, they're finding, for individuals like this to kind of break free of it, and that's why this individual was so engaged. So it may in fact be a new chapter in this whole idea of internet addiction that we've been hearing about for a couple of years.
Wow. And of course, you know, with Ebola, I'm anxious to get your take on what's going on here. The case in New York City of the doctor returning from Guinea, where he treated Ebola patients. Now they're talking about a mandatory quarantine going forward. At least the governors of New York and New Jersey are, and it's been bandied about on a federal level. For anybody who's been in touch with patients with Ebola, they'd have to go into mandatory isolation for 21 days. This guy, a doctor who hadn't been feeling well for days, sluggish he put it, took the subway, took a taxi, went to restaurants, went walking the streets, went to a bowling alley. That doesn't seem too good.
No, you know, the system has really been based on a kind of honor system, that individuals who've been in touch and contact with Ebola patients would somehow monitor themselves, check their own temperature. Seems like a sensible approach until this outbreak is under control in West Africa, to institute that kind of mandatory 21-day quarantine. We're already now doing that with passengers that are coming into the U.S. through these 5 airports that are being where we're tracking Ebola. It's required for them. Seems to make sense for healthcare workers and doctors as well. We will have an update tomorrow on Meet the Doctors on Ebola and what you can do, as well as other infectious diseases like the flu. This is not a year you want to be in the ER with fever and flu-like symptoms.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Nick, we look forward to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. Be well.
Nick Tate, that's Meet the Doctors tomorrow. You too. That's tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., 11 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on Newsmax TV. All right, folks, it's been just a head-spinning, busy day and week, and most of the news not good, whether it's Ebola, whether it's the terror attacks in Canada, the now being classified as a terror attack against 4 police officers here in New York City by a man with an axe yesterday, whether it's ISIS and now the shooting in the school at Seattle. It just keeps going on, but that's what we do here. We bring it to you. We hope to inform, entertain, and make sure that you know everything you need to know. Give Me 5 is next. Have a great weekend, everybody, on the Steve Malzberg Show.